Did you know 108 billion pounds of food is wasted every year in America? That is about 130 billion meals and $408 billion worth of food. That is 40% of all food in America. 40% of food is going to waste every single year. Of that 40% though, 39% of it is caused by home waste, and the other 61% is caused by commercial food waste. 45% of waste happens in something called the preparatory stage, and 21% happens because of things like improper storage. 34% is basically leftovers, scraps after meals. Now, why is there so much food waste? Why is there food waste? Well, to start off, what is food waste? Food waste is food that is able to be consumed but is thrown away either during the retail or consumption stage. So, to start with restaurants have 3 types of food waste. Kitchen food waste, which happens during the preparatory stage, which is normally caused by things like overcooking or improper storage and other things like that. Client food waste, which is food that people leave on their plate and they're done eating. And lastly, buffet leftovers, which is exactly what it sounds like, food left over after a buffet is done. Now, I would like to talk about how to prevent food waste and other things that could be done instead of just throwing the food away. So, to start, food could very easily be donated, but I'll get back to that in a second. I would like to talk about some other places, some other sites that have shared what they are currently and actively doing in multiple communities with multiple restaurants and things like that to help eliminate food waste. Firstly, Feeding America has been working with farmers, manufacturers, and retailers to collect the foods that would be sent out and thrown away, and instead collecting them and creating meals to give back to those in need. Another group that is making a big effort in changing how much food waste there is in America is Ethical Choice. They firstly have been encouraging restaurants, mostly buffet style restaurants, to tell people to only grab proportions that they think they would be able to eat, or to even grab smaller proportions and then go back for seconds, which in my opinion should have been an obvious, but it's always good to have a little reminder out there for everyone. And especially in buffet style restaurants, you could get carried away with seeing so many options, being like, I want to try this, I want to try this. It's nice to have that gentle little reminder sometimes. Ethical Choice is also encouraging restaurants to allow people to pack their food and bring home. I know, crazy. Some places already do this, like if you were to go somewhere like Chili's, you just have to ask like, can I get a box, or can I get a bag, or can I get a cup? And they'll let you pack your food and bring it home. But at the same time, some places charge you to bring food home, which is part of what Ethical Choice is trying to not happen. Ethical Choice is trying to change that from happening. And this allows the food to, instead of being thrown away, you can bring it home and eat it for another meal. Another source, Harvard, wants to use food waste to create compost, to feed animals, create bioenergy, or other natural fertilizers. Harvard also wants to connect potential food donors, those who may have larger amounts of food waste at the end of days, to hunger relief organizations like food pantries, which to me sounds like a great idea. And here are responses from Shazia Syed and Naya Johnson about what they think could be happening with this food waste alternatively.
I think, yeah, donating the food would be like better because like you're like, instead of like just throwing out and like wasting that food, you could like give it to someone who actually would use the food.
I do feel like that food could be used, whether it's sandwiches that are left over or soup or anything that could be food possibly given to those in need of food. I feel like you shouldn't just like toss what is good.
I agree with that. Do you have any ideas on how the thrown away food could be used alternatively? Like donating it?
Yeah, a bunch of donations. Every day when I'm out on the street, I've seen people that are in need that could definitely have that food given to them, or homeless shelter, any food banks that the food could be given to, where it will be used. I definitely think they can give.
All right, well, thank you for your time. Unfortunately, with so many great ideas on how to prevent food waste, some of them might not work for a few different reasons. Firstly, like I mentioned, and as a few of the other sources below said, is donating food. There could be local, state, federal laws, anything like that that could prevent people donating food for liability reasons. There is a way around that too, actually, but most places see them as tedious, and you'll understand why. Food could still be donated or given away if all sources of food are carefully documented and proven to be safe, but most places see that as too much of a hassle and just result throw it away. And there is another way around donating food, but it would have to go through a third party, take longer to get to the people it's actually trying to reach, and at that point the food might not even be good anymore. So it's kind of sad that this is the world we live in with so much food waste. I hope that at the end of this video you will all have a little more insight about food waste, especially in America, and make an effort to try and change the amount of food waste in America. Thank you. Have a good day. I was just about to upload my video, and I actually watched this video while I was waiting for it to upload. It's by a YouTuber named Vox. The video name is called Food Waste is the World's Dumbest Problem. It is such a good video. In short, it is about how people in MIT have started to lower the amount of food waste in their school. It is such a great video. I highly recommend everyone go watch it. It's going to be in the description. It's going to be linked in the description. Miss O'Donnell's going to have it. Please watch it. It is so good. I wish I saw it before I finished this presentation. Thank you.